Hey, what's up YouTube? GoPro Youthman here. We have finished making the final changes to our theater room, and so I just wanted to give you a tour of what we've done over the past week. So let's take a look. So as we enter the theater room, I'm just going to turn on the lights. So we spent the past 7 days totally renovating this front wall. Previously there was a false wall there. Had a friend of mine, Wake Junkie, build this amazing red oak custom entertainment center. It took us about 7 days and 107 hours to get all this set up and configured. Still have a lot of work to do, but as far as functionality, everything's great. And so I just want to kind of give you a tour of the room, and we'll just kind of go through it piece by piece. So down here, behind the left cabinet, I've got to buy another faceplate. We ended up breaking that. But basically there are 5 Lutron SPS 600 dimmers. So each one controls a different section of the lights. One controls the rope lighting, one controls the 3 can lights, one controls the 4 can lights here, one controls the back 2 can lights, and one controls behind the screen some lights there. So one thing that's pretty cool, we've got slow close hinges on these. So everything's really flush. In the left cabinet, we just got a custom storage drawer that he built, which is pretty slick. Just put some cables in there. Same thing here, slow close hinges. I think behind this I don't have anything yet. So just another drawer there. Sorry, not drawer, but so behind the 2 middle sections, we've got cable TV, Onkyo TX-NR5008 receiver, PS3, and I'm not using the power controller down there yet. I had it set up previously when I had a power amp. Over here, just another shelf. And then down here, another custom drawer. It's got some movies and some cables in there. Again, kind of a slow close there. Slow close on the drawers. And then on the right, finally a place to put all my miscellaneous remote controls. So I've got the Harmony one, so I'll leave that out. A Radio Shack multimeter, and then my miscellaneous remote controls. Behind here we've got some power connections so we can charge the PS3 remotes. Alright, so here's a view of the back of the room. Back of the room really hasn't changed much. The only thing that we changed was I had a projector right up here, which I still have to do some painting. So we moved the projector to the back wall back here. I'll give you a view of that in just a minute. But that's the Panasonic AE8000U. Just recently upgraded that about 6 months ago from the 3000U. So rear speakers, we've got 4 Klipsch RSW, sorry about that, Klipsch RS62 version 2s. They have a 6.5 inch woofer. 2 of those, 2 tweeters. Same thing for rear surrounds and the 2 side surrounds. Up here, it may be kind of hard to see, but there's some hand carved, what I call leaves. And then up top, showed you in a previous video, some hand carved medallions. All of these diamonds right here, these were hand cut with a router and sanded. So one of the biggest things that we wanted to do when I purchased the Klipsch LaScalas, I'll show you those in a second. Previously I had the Klipsch RF83s and the RC64. when I bought the LaScalas, they were too big for my previous false wall. So I talked to my buddy Wake Junkie. He said, why don't we just build you a new cabinet so that they can fit behind it, behind an acoustic transparent screen. So I went with I was previously using a 103-inch Elite screen. It was non-acoustic transparent, so I couldn't put anything directly behind it. So we decided to go with an AT screen from Seymour. It's the Seymour Center Stage XD. Absolutely love this. I thought it was going to be real wavy, but it's actually very, very taut. And you can see the weave here. We actually angled it, I think it was 15 degrees. They suggest doing that to prevent moire. Around the screen, we've got some blue LED lighting. Maybe you can see that. They just go up and around the screen. We'll go ahead and open up the screen. Right under here, it's hard to see, but we've got a latch. Open that latch, and it allows this whole screen to be easily lifted up. Okay, so behind the screen, we've got 3 Klipsch LaScalas used as an LCR configuration, left, center, and right. And then I have 4 Klipsch RSW-15s for my subs, 15-inch active plus a 15-inch passive, and I believe it's got a 1500 watt amp in it. 3 of them are maple finish. Those 2 in the top one. The bottom one is black. Installed up here, we've got 3 lights. The purpose of those lights, I really wanted to kind of create what I call a reveal, so that instead of having to lift up the screen, I can hit a switch on the Lutron spacer system and have it kind of shine through the screen. What we're finding though is these lights just really aren't bright enough. It casts a little bit of shadow down here, and it looks great when the lights are off, but this screen fabric, it really doesn't shine through there too great. So the thought is we built a track that's going to go right here, all the way down here, and then I'm going to buy another set of these LED lights right here and put in that track, and hopefully that'll shine enough light directly on the speakers to allow them to shine, you know, through more. And so that's kind of the front area. We painted the walls black just to make it really seamless. Side walls black. Then I'm gonna reach down here, Wake Junkie, installed some work lights. So I have a little switch under here. I don't know if you can see it, but when I flip the switch, we have 2 work lights up top, 2 work lights on the bottom. One of the things that was super important to me was having the ability to get behind my equipment. So as you can see, getting behind here, super easy. This is very sturdy. I can actually climb up in there, move speakers in and out if I want to. But down here on this bottom cabinet, I just push down and pull out, and this whole cabinet comes out. Gives me access to climb in there. So I'm gonna put the camera down just for a second. Slide this all the way out. Okay, I showed you under here before. Basically, only thing I did different is I did a little bit more cable management. Yesterday I was having some problems with an HDMI cable, so I'm going to take this one, tie it up as well. But you can see the 2 lights that are down here, plenty of space. If I wanted to, I could add more subwoofers back here. Down below, there's a little track. So I try to put all my power cables in this tray down here and keep all my signal cables above that so that we don't get any interference there. But overall, man, he did an absolute amazing job back here. Super, super, super pleased. You can kind of see this latch right here. It's basically like a hood latch. So when I pull this right here, it opens that latch, unlocks it there so that I can lift up the screen. Close that back. I'll go ahead and turn the lights off down here. Close this. We wrapped the screen in velvet. I believe there's about 2.5 to 3 inches here. That just allows any of the overspill from the screen to the image to fade away there. I've still got to install 2 of my acoustic panels, one here and one here. When we built the cabinet, the panel comes out too far and actually hits this. So I just need to relocate that a little bit closer. And I'll give you a little quick view of the projector. And for this, not sure I can get enough light in here. But in here, still doing a little bit of work. Maybe hard to see that. I used my previous projector mount to mount it, shoot right through the hole. And as I come into my son's bedroom and open up his closet, you'll see how we actually cut a hole out through his closet, added a little shelf here, and mounted the Panasonic. Up at the very top, we've added just kind of a pass-through for the HDMI cable, and then we installed an outlet for the power cable to keep the cables really clean. Overall, man, been super, super pleased with how it turned out. So far, we watched 2 movies on it. Both movies were absolutely phenomenal. Had this incredible sound from from the LaScalas, and the RSW-15s being directly behind the screen just made the soundstage just really, really seamless. And then, of course, having the 150-inch screen, wow, absolutely incredible. I never thought that my 103-inch screen was immersive. And sitting from right here, in my perspective, absolutely amazing. Definitely was not too big. So just wanted to show you kind of a completed room. Still a few things we're going to be doing. I've got to work on some lighting issues. One thing I ran into, my LED, when I dim it, it does not turn it all the way off. And so I found that there's an actual plug that adds some more, I guess, resistance to that circuit. The Lutron needs 60 watts to basically shut off, and the rope lighting was like 58 watts, and plus we trimmed about 2 feet off of it. And by doing that, that's even less than 60 watts. And so when I dim it, it dims almost all the way down and then just stays on really, really dim. But looking online, we just need to add more, basically like more of a load to that circuit, and it'll shut off. Still have to program the Harmony remote, so I may make a video on that. Trying to think, little touch-up things like touching up the paint up top on the ceiling. Still have to calibrate the projector. I haven't run Odyssey or anything on the receiver. The only thing I did was level matched all of the speakers, and so I'll have to do that as well. But overall, oh my goodness, absolutely blown away by the beauty of what Sean did. It took him 1.5 years to build it because he suffered from 3 strokes, but just absolutely floored and amazed by the amount of craftsmanship that was in this. You see the 3 can lights up top. Just absolutely gorgeous. Custom crown molding that he actually made just using the router. Everything you see here, all the detail was just made pretty much from scratch. Well, I guess that's all for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up button, subscribe. I'll be posting more videos in the future. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update on the LaScala Trio build thread. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time.